Welcome. Oh, I just forgot that Manchester United is not in the balance of play right now, but they will be. I think Manchester United is playing at the end of this week or something. But yeah, as you guys know, the few person that watch would know that I usually say, "Welcome to another podcast of the current situation Manchester United." But obviously, Manchester United has not been playing for like the last 4 weeks. I know we're going back into the old fold of things. So Manchester United is going to play either next week or at the end of this week. The World Cup has now concluded. Um, One of the best World Cups I have witnessed. Now I've witnessed at least four World Cups. 2006, 2010. I started, more emphasis on 2010, definitely 2014, definitely 2018, definitely 2022. So that's actually, wait, that's five, right? 2006, 2010, 14, 8, yeah, that's five. In 2006, I was in grade 3. This was in 2006, duh. And I was watching the World Cup games. Not all of it, because we're still in class. But like when it's break time or lunch time, I'm pretty sure you can hear some noise because everybody's watching the World Cup and talking about it. So in grade 6, that's where I made my bones and started watching the World Cup. No, that was at school. At home, maybe I watched the World Cup at home, but my father probably was watching at home, but I wasn't watching because I was small at the time. More emphasis came on 2010. Netherlands was my side, as I've stated in a previous video. I was rooting for Netherlands from since book right here. So it's not like when they reach the semi-finals or the finals, I'm going to say I'm right, boom, I'm a Netherlands. But no. What I didn't even know most of the names of the Netherlands side, but I was still rooting for them because I liked them. They lost the final to Spain, and I had a big beef with Iniesta. I called man, say, man, I didn't like where you come score goal on man side in the final minutes and the extra time, and win World Cup. In 2014, Netherlands go drop out against Argentina in semis. 2018, man brought France, and they won the World Cup. This year, France lost the final against Argentina. Now, I watched every bit of that match from start to finish, plus the extra time, and this is what I'll say about that final. Both sides are wrong, and both sides are wrong, and I'll explain why I say both sides are wrong. I'll start with France. My grandmother is calling me at this moment in time. Maybe she's worried or something. I guess she's going to try through me and talk about, oh, France, your side, France lost the World Cup. France was wrong because they didn't. It's often said that how you start something is going to set the precedence for the continuity of it. France didn't start the game on the right foot. We were like second base. Yes, I'm putting myself in there. So they were not aggressive enough. They weren't even going for it. Like I was saying, my bridging on WhatsApp. Today's his birthday, by the way. I said, bridging, France didn't start. They're trying to play chess against a side that's pressing them relentlessly. How are you going to play chess against an aggressive side that's pressing you at every given moment, whether it's on and off the ball? If them go lose possession, they're pressing you. And when they're in position of the ball, they're going to attack you. So it's like their left foot, and I say left foot because Messi is their main man and he's left-footed. It's like the left foot is on the press button and it's just keeping there so, and the gas just go so. They're not coming off fight. But in the second half, the moment they take off them foot slightly off of the gas, Mbappe get 2 goals. France back in the game. So they've been doing this for like 80 minutes till the 80th minute came about and man go get a penalty and go score the goal. Then Mbappe go get a volley and equalize. One of the best finals, man, to ever grace the world stage in the World Cup. This is what we love about the World Cup. Not about... No, of course, Argentina would have liked if the game was 2-0 and the game done like that. But it wouldn't be as a fan's perspective, it would have been better to see the other side come get back into the game and see how the game go tussle out. Just like it was 0-0 or 0-0 at the start of the game. Nobody wants it to be a one-sided game in a final, man. There's no rhythm to that. No, of course, if you're playing in a final, you of course want to be in front and you go care about them. Or someone just text me on Instagram. You don't want him to equalize against you. You don't want him to score against you. You want to win the World Cup final. Rare players win the World Cup. There are some players that have won 3 World Cups. I think Pele won 3 World Cups. There are players that have won 2 World Cups. And there are definitely players that have won 1 World Cup. You see me? So this is a world stage that really shows. And I basically said my couple of videos when I started. My nose is itching me, man. Well, before the World Cup, I said that there is going to be some stars that will be in this World Cup that will show their talent and how much of a good player they are, and they're going to be transferred to other clubs in either January or definitely. Man, my phone is going off. Is in either January or in the summer transfer window. The World Cup tournament always shows when a player, comes up on top. He expresses himself. They have done that with James Rodriguez in 2014. They have done that with I'm not a fan of Premier, so I'm forgetting some players that were good on the World Cup stage and they moved to greener pastures in terms of like moving to a different club and do well, or they flopped there. But they got there because of the reputation they left at the World Cup. Not the reputation they left at the World Cup, but their performances, bless you, that they did at the World Cup. My father is an Argentina fan. You see me? So at any given time, after they won, after the 3rd goal was scored, I went on a digression. Man, excuse me, I'm all over the place. So yes, I was talking about the frailties and detriments of France in that final. I basically said that France was not up for it because they didn't start on the right foot. They were slow, they were lethargic. It's like they were drunk. They came out of a bar at 2:35 a.m. this morning and they were like hungover. Like they were not ready for the final. That changed in the second half. The energy started to kick in. Them start to accelerate. Them start to assert themselves into the game. And that was shown with the 2 Mbappe goals. Particularly the second goal. Of course, the new energy exerted from France led to the penalty. But I'm talking about after the penalty. Like, we were like pushing it. And yeah, in the 90 seconds, man, got 2 goals, man, to equalize. Let's go over the Argentina camp and talk about, although they won the World Cup, why they were wrong. They were wrong because, and this was alarm bell since they played Netherlands. Argentina was dirty, man. They were foul, man. They didn't win. I'll tell you this. Persons that are happy to see Argentina win the World Cup are Argentina fans, Messi fans, Barcelona fans. Basically. I know there's more, but those are the ones that I know right now. But they're not going to win the hearts of other fans simply because they were not playing clean. They were not playing clean. Ray Charles could have seen that they were not playing clean. They were not playing clean. They were kicking down players, busting on foot. I think there was a Romero from Tottenham. My man go clot his own goalkeeper from Tottenham in a belly, and he got away scotch-free with no yellow card or no booking. I don't even think he got a warning. He just walked off back to whence he came from. And you have DePaul, Messi's enforcer, bodyguard or whatever you want to call it. He was dirty as well. No, mind you, he's a midfielder, so you have to get your cleats dirty a bit, but don't be just immorally doing it, man. It's like they were. The same thing with McAllister. De Paul and McAllister, and Di Maria. Ooh. I'll say this, man. And I've said this before. If Di Maria started that final against Germany 8 years ago in the 2014 World Cup final, Argentina would have won that World Cup. Di Maria, that's 8 years ago now. That was when Di Maria was in his prime, in his heyday. He's just a fresh fruit hanging off of a tree. That's when he was in his prime years. Now he's not necessarily in his prime years. Not even in his prime years, but he's still good. My man had Kunde for my man had Tune for French toast. Yeah, because he's French. So yeah, I had him for French toast, man. Put him on French toast, put some butter on that. Di Maria was very instrumental and integral on that left-hand side for Argentina. And I'm talking about a 34. I don't know his age, probably about 34 or something like that. And my man is looking like he's like a 26-year-old Di Maria. Beat him, man. I mean, the dude's footwork is very good, man. And he's a lanky youth as well, Di Maria. So he's not like a shorty like a Acuna that he came off for, which he shouldn't have came up, but I'm no Argentina fan, so he can go wherever he's going. So he went on the bench. He's not as short as Acuna or Messi or an Aguero that was no longer play for Argentina. But he knows how to use his body. And yeah, man, he had Kunde for toast, man. French toast to be specific. So yeah, that was a very but not a good game for France, because I have to praise France because we have a young side. Some players are not experienced as others. Mbappe has the experience. Rabiot has the experience. Of course, Loris has the experience. My man has been playing for France since 2010. Who else has the experience? Hernandez has the experience because he won the World Cup 4 years ago with France. Pavard, my man had the experience from the bench. I don't remember that you playing for France in this World Cup. So yeah, this is a young side, man. And of course, Giroud. We cannot leave out Giroud. Giroud's integral role has been very vital for France. Even when France won the World Cup, he's been very... I don't think Giroud got a goal 4 years ago in the World Cup. But I've said this before. The role of a centre forward that Giroud displayed for France 4 years ago is very under the mat. It's not... A lot of persons are going to miss his performances, because they're going to judge it from the basis of goals, because they're a striker, so if he score goals. But what he brought to that front side was balance, and he also brought others into the play. Like, I can't even explain because I'm no proper football analysis. It's like, what do I know, right? I'm just a dude in front of a phone screen trying to talk. He brought Mbappe behind the lines. Like when Giroud dropped in 2018 and even this year in this World Cup. When he drops and in play, Mbappe is behind him along the way to get a goal. And Dembele as well. So... again, I can't explain, but the role of Giroud, man, to this side, man, these notifications are killing me. It's under most persons are going to miss his performance, man. So that's in 2018. But this performance, he brought goals. He scored 4 goals. And he was like one of the main men for France. Understanding his frustration, he came off and he showed his frustration. No, he wasn't frustrated on the pitch. He was more so frustrated because he got substituted in the first half when the game was still fresh and not ripe as yet. So he got taken off by Deschamps, and he vented his frustration through anger. But yeah, man, it's a good final for France. One that builds character. You can't have things going your own way all the time, man. That's just a law of life, man. Yeah, we won the World Cup. We won the World Cup 4 years ago. Motherfucker, as you can tell, this is... you may say I was the one that allowed France to get back in the game. But you see, when it was halftime, because it's very cold over here, so. When France was down by 2-0, I went in my room and took out this navy blue hoodie and put it on. No, I didn't do this in the form of getting front some look, although that was a byproduct. But I did this because the time was cold and it was freezing as hell. I couldn't even feel my fingers well. So I go get this out of the drawer and put it on. Boom. It took a while. It wasn't like I put it on and then as the second half started, boom, 2 goals flying. No. As the second half came on, yeah, then, you know, the pot, as I would say, when I'm giving an analogy, is, see, I don't want to get long on these notifications, man. France basically grew themselves into the game in the second half. That is why they basically gave Argentina a taste of their own medicine. Because in the first half, man, I said it just a while ago, Argentina was always on the gas. They were not backpedaling or easing down one bit. When they're in possession, they attack. When they're off the ball, they press. So France didn't really have a chance, because when they were in possession of the ball, they lose it quickly, or they had like a 5-second, you know, or 10-second cameo with the ball in foot, and them lose the possession. Mbappe became top scorer, 8 goals. This dude is a phenomenal player. He's just 24. He's not even 24 yet. He's just 20. He's still 23. He's going to be 24 on Tuesday. I'm proud of Mbappe, man. See, a lot of person can't stand Mbappe because he's arrogant. He's too much in the head. That dude is a great player, man. Great player for France. He got a hat-trick today, but that was in vanity. He fell on deaf ears, really. But he still got a hat-trick, and I'm pretty sure that he's proud of what he's done for his country. Yeah, man, his stock has gone up. Again, he's the main man in that front side, attacking wise. And let me not leave out Griezmann, because Griezmann is very integral in that front side. Without Griezmann, there would not have been any creativity from our midfield. We don't have creativity from our midfield. Pogba is not in the tournament. My man's hanging with his girlfriend and his kids, and he has a lengthy injury, so he's not brought to the tournament. Benzema is left out with a lengthy injury. Nkunku is left out with an injury. I don't know how lengthy it is, but he has an injury. But anyway, they were left out of the tournament with N'Golo Kante as well. So that's our best midfield removed. Talking about Mbappe, not Mbappe, because Mbappe don't play midfield. Talking about Pogba and Kante. They were moved out of the tournament, so we had to drop as if I'm a part of the coaching staff. Yeah, man, we had to drop Griezmann and players like a third-man midfield in the three-man midfield. Of course, not on paper, but on the pitch, of course, Griezmann is playing higher than Rabiot and Chumendi. I call him little Paul Pogba because he looks like Paul Pogba. It's like his long lost little cousin or something. So yeah, it wasn't the best of turnovers for France. You know, they lost the tournament, became runners up. Like I said, bro, Argentina, man, they were dirty, but they're a side that is a means to an end. A means to an end, meaning, you see how people criticize Jose Mourinho for winning trophies, sometimes winning trophies, but not doing it morally, like in a footballing way. Him get a goal and him go lock up shop, clear out, park the bus, that type of football. That Jose Mourinho is a means to an end coach, meaning that it's not how he won the final, it's that he wins the final. He's a dog-eat-dog type of a coach. So he's not as panache as Pep Guardiola that overthinks it in a final. My man does what he knows, what he can do. He doesn't overthink it. So, Argentina, man, they kick up, man, them bust off man foot. I mean, there should have been some yellow cards in that match, man. You have this husky dude of a referee, and he's not issuing cards showing his authority on the field. I guess those muscles must be some earbuds or something, because if you're built like that, you should be showing yellow cards, man. You should be showing yellow cards. But yeah, Argentina was not the. Hey, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to be a hypocrite because Netherlands is my side. They're still my side. And from my recollection, Netherlands in the final of the World Cup is not the cleanest of sides. We saw that against Germany. I wasn't even born yet. Germany and Holland in the 80s. Roy Hullet are one of those guys with the porno mustache and the plot up here. Go spit in Vollers. I think Klinsmann, no, one of these German strikers that was playing in the 80s in that match, was spitting at the man's head. Now, he had a big bowl of hair on his head. So it's not like he could have literally felt it like that. But it's like when he's spitting in the man's head, took a few seconds to come to him. And I said, hold on, someone just spit on my head? So yeah, and of course, man, Argentina is on me today. Portugal versus Netherlands in 2006. That was not a clean game by any stretch. But 4 men get sent off, and about over, I think they were like over 10 yellow cards that were issued out. In 2010, Van Bommel, Heintinger, De Jong, Robin, they were not clean players. Dirk Hout, they were not clean players. So I'm not going to be a crooked and say, well, you know, Argentina dog them way to the final and go dog them way to winning the final. I'm not going to say that. But I must say this. They overdid it. They overshoot it, meaning like, dude, I understand there's a pressing system of Argentina. That's how they were playing. They were pressing. Alvarez was holding on to man's his short. I don't even know what the man was trying to expose. Again, like I said, De Paul was doing dirt. Man, McAllister was doing dirt. And a few other players, man. Of course, Romero and Otamendi. So they were not clean players. They were not playing clean. It's not like Netherlands was always dirty like that. When we finish with me venting. So yeah, the World Cup has now concluded. Messi became player of the tournament. Mbappe top scorer with 8 goals. Goalkeeper of the tournament is Emilio Martinez from... Is his first name? From Aston Villa. Who else? And there's this, I think it's Fernandez from Argentina that got young player of the tournament. So I'm guessing he's going to move from a bigger club as time goes by, like in January or in the summer transfer window. One will tell you, I'm not sure, but I believe he's going to move. Some of those players are going to move for greener grass. Now, with the World Cup concluded, now we have to go back to the confinements, to the cubicle, to the compound of Carrington at Manchester United. This is where I'm in the video because I don't want this video to be long. But yeah, man, I believe we're linked with Gakpo. If we sign, well, I'll say this. Since CR7 has left, well, he didn't leave. He got terminated off his contract. Manchester United needs a striker. We need a striker. Marcel is not going to cut the cake because my man, he's going to have his injuries by down the way. Very good player when he's fit, you know. When he's ready, Marcel is a very great player. Rashford, man, he's been, you know, he started the season as a striker, but I'm still skeptical on his finishing piece. Like, he can finish, but he needs to tighten that grip a bit. Like, he needs to work on his finishing a bit more. Wait, we have Rashford. That plays striker. Marcel, of course, plays striker on left wing. Greenwood is still in quarantine, so we can't just bring Greenwood here. He's still suspended. And my man has a date to wait for. I think he's going to I think he awaits trial. I'm not sure, But we have two strikers, man. Two strikers. Bruno through the middle, not a big fan of Bruno through. Not saying that dude can't shoot, but I'm not a fan of Bruno through the middle. Some person may say they're not even a fan of Bruno on the pitch. So yeah, we need a striker in. I'm not sure if we're going to get Guapo in January. Although it's a necessary move to go for Guapo, a big bold move. But I'll say this. I believe we should do what we did in January of 2020 when we got Igalo as loanee until, well, initially he was supposed to leave after the half of the season, which would be May of 2020, that following year. But football was brought to a halt because of something called COVID. So he didn't play fully, or football didn't play fully to May of 2020. So he stayed another half of a season and left in January of 2021. But I'm saying this right now. We need a striker. Garnacho is a wide forward. He's not a link. He's not a down the middle type of striker. He's not a striker at all. He's a winger, so we can't use him as a striker. So we definitely need a striker in January. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the video right there, so man. One of the best World Cup tournaments ever. Persons were not big on it. Persons were saying, Qatar who's Qatar to be hosting a World Cup and them own side going to get knocked out after the second game or the tournament. That game, if you are a person that loves instant gratification, like you just want to see things good right now, then that tournament is not going to appeal to you. You have to grow into that tournament to see, and not even grow into it, because there are a few games, man. Argentina go lose, excuse my French, because I'm French, right? Go lose to Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia get knocked out of the tournament. And them didn't even qualify. I don't think they even qualified for they didn't qualify for the under 16 of Saudi Arabia. And then go beat France, and then go beat Argentina. Japan go beat Germany. Or it's Korea. No, I just remember that Korea beat Germany 4 years ago. It's on a small side go beat France. So it's not that there was no, anticipation in the first or second round or third round in the group stage. But if you wanted to see the more meatier stuff, the round of 16 to the final is the real stuff. Spain will get knocked out by Morocco. I mean, yeah, so without getting into it, man, I want to finish this video right now. It was a very good tournament. Definitely the final is one for the history books, man. That final, I was saying a bridging on Instagram. I was saying this dude, I was telling him, say, yo, this game, because after Mbappe go equalize when it was 3-3, I basically say, man, these man, they want to give me coronary heart attack, man. They want to kill me just like that. It's like my emotions is just on a roller coaster, right? Like there was no consistency. It's up, so like. So yeah, that's just Emma football, because there are times that, the game is full of emotions. Either it's one way, a couple seconds after it's another way. So yeah, so anyway, that's where I'm going to finish this video on. For you Argentina fans out there, so you know what you guys did to get to the final. Rely on penalties. Yes, I'm a hurt fan. Rely on penalties. Go kick with the man foot. Go reach in a final. And go get goal in the extra time by Messi. Getting the second goal of the tournament. I congratulate you guys. Good win. You won the World Cup. Any side that wins the World Cup, man. If you're dirty, if you play clean, well, of course, I'm going to congratulate you. Because you're an honorable person. But any way you won the World Cup, and you just try through it. Even if you did some dog-eat-dogs type of stuff, you won the World Cup, I'm going to congratulate you. Maybe it's one clap, I congratulate you. A couple clap, I congratulate you. But yeah, I'll give, Argentina a couple clap. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna finish it right now. I'll see if Manchester United is playing this week, because if they're playing at the end of this week, which there's a good chance they will, of course, not. Oh man, my head is going. Congratulations to Lisandro Martinez for winning the World Cup for Argentina. Now, of course, he didn't start in the final. I don't think he played in the final, but he was on the bench and he participated. He was one of the reasons why Argentina went to that final. So because he played a vital role into, and that led him to the final. Congratulations, although he lost the final. Well, he won the World Cup 4 years ago, but he lost this final. Congratulations to Rafael Varane for parties. Man, my man was just knackered. My man was on E. You couldn't even move that car. He was just, as Peter Drury said, he was knackered. He couldn't even move. So they have to take him off, man. But yeah, congratulations to Varane for showing out for his country. Who would have known that he would have gotten called up for? You have to remember, my man suffered a serious injury just before the World Cup started, and he was in tears when he came off for Manchester United in a substitution make, because he didn't want to miss the chance of playing for France in that World Cup, and he got called up and he went to the final of that World Cup. You know, but like I said, bro, things can go away all the time. That's just the game of football, and that's the game of life. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to finish it right there. So, the Blues, we're going to come stronger. It's me. I'm in Canada. Canada is hosting the World Cup in 4 years. Mexico is hosting the World Cup in 4 years. The United States is going to be hosting the World Cup in 4 years. So I want to be seeing you, man. I want to see you lead that French side. Excuse my French. I'm out. Yeah, so I'll see if Man United's playing a game this week. At the end of this week, if they're going to play a game at the end of this week, I might do a mini small preview. But stick and still for that one. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.